Hey guys and girls, welcome back to another beautiful video on this beautiful channel, on this beautiful day. We're doing more SFML today. We're doing a ball shooter as it's specified here. So you're going to be shooting straight up balls on other balls. So you got all kinds of ball action, alright? And per usual, I just copy pasted this whole thing to start off. So no more, having to write all this stuff again. So we're just going to keep it like this. And yeah, let's just get started. Let's start by making stuff happen. All right, we're gonna need to include. I'm gonna show you a way to do this vector, because we need a container for our balls. All right, so we have, okay, here are all the ball related things, balls. All right, we're gonna be balls against squares. All right, so we're gonna have a rectangle shape enemy. Okay, we're ourselves gonna be a ball, circle shape player, and we're gonna have a vector of circle shape projectiles. Okay, so we're gonna have a bunch of projectiles shooting at balls from a ball on other rectangle shapes, right? And we're gonna have one enemy at a time come down. Or what do you guys want? You guys want more? Yeah, you guys want more. All right, we're gonna have a vector of rectangle shapes called enemies. All right, and called enemies, because we're gonna have a bunch of enemies. Let's put player first because we're cool. All right, whoop, and then whoop, and then just like that, balls right there. It's cool. We'll keep that right there. So our player, enemies, please, and then projectiles. All right, projectiles is a player thing. Now usually if you're making a game, you want to make a class called player, then you want to have projectiles in that class and all kinds of stuff and attributes and stuff, and then you make one player. Now we're doing kind of a beginner thing here. And but I'm sure you guys are cool. You guys know a lot of stuff now, so you guys may be able to make that stuff happen. Otherwise, go check out my C++ examples videos. All right, be a nice guy or girl and go and do that, and you'll learn a bunch of stuff. But anyway, we're just gonna do this like here. So this is the main game loop. We're gonna have everything been drawn here, and we're gonna have update. All right, and we're gonna have our draw right here. Now we're gonna window.draw player. All right, window. Now we're gonna have a for loop for enemies.size. So we want to go through all the enemies and we want to draw them out. Enemies, window.draw enemies at position I, because we're cycling through them all. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna make another for loop, call it projectiles with projectiles.size, and then window.draw projectiles at position I, and we're good. So now we're drawing everything out, and we're drawing projectiles last because we want it to be drawn over everything else. And all right, that's cool. Okay, so enemies right there. Enemies. Let me try something out here. Let me make one projectile, circle shape projectile, like this, and then please, projectile.set fill color red, projectile.set radius 5. Okay, there we go. And then we're gonna be doing projectiles dot push back circle shape projectile. Let's see if this works. Then we're gonna see if everything draws like it's supposed to do, because we're making a copy of projectile, and we're just gonna see if that works. Please, can you please start? Yep, it worked. All right, cool. Now, so we have one projectile. Every projectile is gonna look like this, and we're gonna push back a bunch of projectiles that are, you know, different from each other. They have different positions, but they're all copies of this original projectile. And then we'll make a rectangle shape enemy, and we will call it enemy dot set fill color. Enemies will be color blue, please, blue. And then enemy dot set size vector to f. Then you want to make enemies. How big should we make enemies? 50, 50, 50. That's not too big. That's not too small either. So that's pretty good. Enemy dot set. What else can we set? I think that's all we need, right? I think that's all we need. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to enemies, and then be enemies dot push back, please, push back, and then rectangle shape, and copied of enemy. So we're gonna see. It should have a copy constructor. We're good. Let's see if it draws that out. Then we'll have a red little dot and a blue enemy. Alright, cool. Now blue is kind of killing my eyes. Magenta, I guess. Should be better. Whatever. We'll keep it like this. So we have an enemy and we have a projectile. And we have a player. And the player is going to be set fill color. Color, what should it be? White, because we're good. Player dot set radius. We're gonna be a little bigger. We're gonna be 100. Oh no, 50. Sorry about that. I'll be huge. I'll be a fat ass if I'm 100 radius. So player radius, fill color. All right. Player dot set position. We're gonna set the position of the player to at the bottom of the window, kind of a little bit up. So set the position to, let's make the screen a little bigger too. What can we do? We can do, you know, whatever, we don't need to do that. Set the position to the center of the screen. So window dot get size, size dot x divided by 2 minus minus, because we want the exact center, right? So player dot get radius divided by 2. Oh no, get a radius, because radius is already the center. And then we'll just copy paste this, and we won't need this. We'll have minus still there. We'll have y. Wait, window that gets size y. It's all the way down, and then minus. Wait, player dot get. We actually did need that. Radius multiplied by 2 minus. What else can we do? Minus 20. Or minus 10f. So it's not completely weird. Then we have our player right there. I'm just gonna check that out. Make sure the player is... Now I did that pretty quickly. I'll explain what I did. Yeah, so I made the player go to the center of the screen. But remember, the center point, or the point of the position for the player, is in the top left of the player thing, right? So if I wouldn't have done what I did here, minus player radius. Remember, the radius is from the center to the edge here. If I wouldn't have done that, we'd be like around here. So the circle would be here. Now I did... Oh no, the circle would be, sorry, it would be here. So I did minus the radius. So we came from here to here. I can't even speak today. From here to here. And what I did for the y was that I put it down here. Remember, the top left. So we wouldn't have been able to see the circle. and then I did minus radius multiplied by 2. That would be this whole distance here, so I put it all the way up, and then minus 10 more, so a little bit more, so it's a little bit off the top, a little bit off the bottom, and there we go. We're good. We made our player right there. We have projectiles which will be coming out of the player's position, and then what we'll do, player get position, player center. All right, so we want a vector 2f player center. Okay, so this is gonna help me a little bit, or help us a little bit, keep track of the center at all times. And player center, here we go. Player center equals to player dot get position. So we're getting the position minus the radius in both thingies. So vector 2f get position x minus player dot get radius. So, or plus, actually plus, because we're going to the center. All right, get radius, and then we're gonna do the same thing but for y. Then we'll be at the exact center of the player sprite at all times. So now we have a nice little variable to get player center directly. And then what are we gonna do? Well, we're gonna shoot our projectiles from the center. All right, so what we want to do is we'll make a if statement. If mouse is button pressed, mouse left. Okay, so this is our shoot, and we're gonna have a shoot timer. Here, player. All right, shoot timer. This is gonna be an integer, so we can shoot every 3 or 2 seconds, and then shoot timer is bigger than 3, and timer equals 0. And then we're gonna update our shoot timer. If shoot timer is less than 3, shoot timer plus plus. So that means it will always go up to 3 and then it will shoot. If it isn't like 3 or above 3, then it won't shoot. And then we reset that every time, so we'll have a nice little, we won't be spraying out bullets. And then we'll have a thing here. We'll have let's see, projectile dot set position, position, player center, and then we'll do projectiles dot pushback, and then projectile. So we'll update the position of it, and we will push back another one, circle shape, and then say projectile. Alright, so projectile, there we go. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna update all these beautiful projectiles. So projectiles dot size, and let's see, projectiles dot I at position, we'll move them first, move 0, and then we'll move them negative 10 f, so it'll be a little faster. Remember to do this as well, guys and girls. Sorry about this. Set frame, window dot set frame rate limit to 60. Let's just do that. We'll get into other like frame rate independent gameplay later, but this is, for now, everything we're doing is not frame rate independent. So if you're doing this on like a super slow computer that can't reach 30 FPS with this stuff, then it's gonna go a lot slower for you. But But yeah, we'll talk about that later. Anyway, it'll move, and then if projectile at position I, we'll check every projectile. Get projectiles that get position dot y is less than 0, then we will go to that projectiles, let's see, erase, tiles. Alright guys, I just gotta pause this for 1 second. Alright guys and girls, I got it. This is how you do it. You do actually copy paste this, but what you do is you do, I had forgotten this, I'm kinda embarrassed, but you take, this is how you delete something at an index in vector. You can't really do it, erase doesn't really work like you think it does. You have to take projectiles, you have to give it the beginning iterator, and then you add it to the steps from the beginning. So in our case it's I, so we'll remove this. If this projectile at position I is outside of the screen, we'll remove it. And this is how you write in vector to remove that actual projectile. Okay, so we have all of this stuff down. Now I'm thinking maybe we should try this before we do a lot more stuff. Let's see. Okay, that's working. And I bet it's erasing all of those. Let's do shoot timer. Hell yeah, it worked. Shoot timer should be less than 5. I think we should do 5. And then it's erasing all of these if they're outside. Less than 0. Yeah, that's above. Less than or equal to. Let's see if it's actually erasing stuff. Less than or equal to 10. That should give us, should do it a little before. Yep, it is. Yep, it's being erased. Okay, there we go. And then what are we gonna do? We're going to have to make the enemies move. So the enemies are spawning at random locations on the top of the screen, and they're going down all the way. And every time you shoot an enemy, and yeah, you should be able to move the character as well. So let's just do that. Update player center is good. Let's see. Player set position. Set position. Play. Okay, let's see. Mouse get position window dot x. Player dot get position dot y. So we don't want to change the y value, we just want to change the x value depending on where the mouse is. So that is going to move the character around. Let's try that out. So yeah, this is shooting stuff. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, and the enemies are going to update. Wait, here. Let's keep track of everything. Update enemies, projectiles, and we'll update enemies here. Okay, so let's make a for loop. Let me copy paste this for loop. Okay, and we're gonna need a timer as well. Where's enemy? Here. Enemy spawn timer equals 0. And then this is gonna be an integer. Okay. Shooting has to do with projectiles. Enemy spawn timer. If enemy spawn timer is less than, oh wait, is greater than less than, wait, what should we do? Should we do 10? Less than 10? We'll add it up. And then do this. Now, okay. if enemy spawn timer is greater or equal to 10, then we're going to spawn some enemies and do enemy spawn timer equals 0, and then we'll do enemies dot pushback. So we'll add an enemy every 10 seconds, or 10 integer increments. Actually, it's not seconds, but yeah, pushback rectangle shape enemy. Okay, and we will set this enemy set position, let's do it random from 0 to the screen space, random to, what should we do, window dot get size, size dot x. So we're getting the like from 0, the enemy can spawn anywhere from the left corner of the screen to the right corner of the screen, but always at the top. So it's gonna be a random between something like this and minus, I guess, minus enemy dot get size dot x, because we don't want them spawning outside of the screen. Remember, top left. So we're gonna be doing the enemies from anywhere from the left to the right corner, and then we'll just say 0, just like that. Wait, what happened? Okay, whoops, random, and then one more. So this should be fine, I guess. Like dot f, I guess. Does that work? No, random window dot get size x minus. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to do that integer like that. Okay, rectangle shape set position. Wait, I'm sorry about this, guys. I'm trying to figure this out right quick. Okay, we need one more here. So now we have this and this. Let's see if this works. Yep, it is working. Alright, cool. Now it should be 20, I think. That was too fast. And then we're gonna do in here, we're gonna remove all this. We're gonna say enemies, of course we're gonna change this, enemies dot size, enemies at position I dot move 0 in the X, and then what should we do, 5 in the Y direction. So we'll see if it spawns and moves all the enemies. Yep, and we can shoot stuff. Alright, so random from that corner to that corner. That's pretty cool. Now I didn't initialize srand, so cstdlib. Wait, let's see. Srand time null. That should be cool. And we're shooting stuff. Alright, so enemy, we're shooting stuff. Now let's check the collision between projectiles and enemies. Now it's moving. Let's do it at last here. Collision. Or should we do it in projectiles? Actually, we should do it. No, we should do it here. Collision. Okay, we gotta do a for loop. And we gotta do it like this. Let's see. Let's go for every projectile. Let's see if we hit any enemy. So projectiles dot size. Then we're gonna go and make another for loop. Enemies dot size. If projectiles at position I, and then this is gonna be K, Alright, projectiles at position I dot get global bounds dot intersects with enemies dot at position K dot get global bounds. Alright, so it's gonna check for every projectile, it's gonna check every enemy on the screen, and it's gonna see if it collides, and if it does, what are we gonna do? Well, we're gonna remove that projectile, we're gonna copy this, remove the projectile, and then enemies dot erase enemies dot begin plus K. So we're gonna kill both of those, remove them, remove projectiles and enemies. That's gonna be a hit, and then we have to see if the enemy is outside of the screen. Enemies position I dot get position dot Y is larger than screen dot get size. No, whoops, window get size dot Y. So if it's bigger than the screen, meaning outside of the screen, we're gonna erase it as well. We'll just copy this plus I. There we go. So every time they go out of the screen, they'll erase. Now we have to try that out. Minus 20. Let's see if they get erased like they should. Whoops, wait, what? So it's just erasing everything. Oh, whoops, my bad. God damn it. Don't put semicolons. So now this is working. Now they're deleting. And let's do it minus 20. See, so they delete outside. So you can actually see the delete happen. Yep, you can see it happen. Alright, that's cool. So that's working. Now, I don't know why this isn't working. I don't get why this isn't working. Whoops. Oh, there we go. That was the reason. God damn it. Wait, what? What happened? It should actually stop the for loop. That's what it should do. It should break out of the for loop. That's what I want it to do. So you just want to make a break in here, and you want to see that works. Alright guys and girls, so the problem was, I'm sorry about that delay, the problem was the actual, yep, now it's not crashing. Alright, so the problem was it went up and it tried, because the size was still the same kinda, and it tried to go in here again, and for that projectile, which was gone already, it was deleted, so it tried to go back in here and handle this projectile that was already gone, and that wasn't good. So yeah, you want to break out of that, or you want to have a bool or something checking in here to see that, alright, if it was a hit, let's just break out and then go again, because otherwise it's going to check the enemy for the same projectile. You know, as soon as the projectile is gone, it's going to check the rest of the enemies still for that same projectile, but it's gone, so there's an issue. And yeah, so yeah, thanks for watching. That's about it. We have collision, we have enemies and projectiles and player and all that stuff, and I hope you enjoyed that stuff, and good luck, keep learning. I'll see you in the next video. Alright.